on CTV News at 5.
I'm going to say this is the first ever dog wedding in Halifax and maybe Nova Scotia, because who's going to check?
Puppy love. Halifax is about to host a dog wedding.
It was out of necessity and desire to help more cats.
Stray solutions. Kitten season is upon us.
It signifies the start of fall for me.
Fall flavor. PSLs have arrived.
Typical late summer temperatures to close out the week, then some showers for the start of the long weekend.
Live from the Maritimes News Center, this is CTV News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to CTV News at 5. I'm Katie Kelly in for Maria Panapalis. Thanks for joining us. First at 5 tonight, 80th anniversary. 8 decades ago, Canadian prisoners of war held in Japan were liberated, marking a pivotal moment at the end of World War II. Today, as CTV's Nick Moore reports, that anniversary is being remembered at the New Brunswick Military History Museum in Gagetown, a chance to honor the resilience and sacrifice of those who endured captivity. Nick.
Well, good afternoon, Katie. Nearly 2,000 Canadians were taken prisoner on Christmas Day, 1941, including about 200 men from northern New Brunswick.
Along the way,
Andy Flanagan is the author of The Endless Battle, The Fall of Hong Kong and Canadian POWs in Imperial Japan. It is an account of the prisoner of war experience from his father, James Andrew Flanagan of Jacket River, who was taken prisoner in late 1941.
Dad used to tell these horrible stories, and on Christmas Day it was horrible at home because that's the day that he was captured. But he'd go through his archives and his materials, and he'd tell a story and he'd cry a bit. He always talked about it. It was his revenge, telling them what they actually did to him.
Flanagan spent 3 years and 8 months in captivity. This photo shows what he looked like near the end of it, weighing only 68 pounds.
By the time he got home, he said he was fattened up to 75 pounds.
A collection of Flanagan's documents and letters were on display today at the New Brunswick Military History Museum, along with artifacts from fellow POWs Bernard Duplessis of St. Stephen and Joseph Charles Fournette, who grew up near Campbellton. Nearly 100 letters and diary entries from Fournette were recently donated to the museum by his son Ed Fournette and daughter Mona Thornton.
They had very strict instructions as to how much my mom could write to him. He'd only be allowed to write 24 words. He was allowed to write back on occasion, but they had to be very careful what they said. They couldn't describe exactly where they were.
He was able to keep these diaries secret. So the fact that they survived this long, and they survived all through his captivity, is just incredible.
David Hughes is the museum's manager and says these artifacts are helping to provide insight into that trauma.
We're getting these items, in many cases, in the nick of time. We've transcribed handwritten letters into typewritten form so they can be more easily accessed by people.
And soon those letters will be available to read online from the museum's website, where they'll be posted. It will also be included in an expanded POW museum exhibit located at 5th Canadian Division Support Base, Gagetown. Katie.
Thank you so much, Nick. CTV's Nick Moore for us in Fredericton this evening. Time to turn to Todd Battis now with a preview of CTV News at 6. Hey, Todd.
Hi, Katie. Coming up in the newscast, the wildfire in Annapolis County has claimed 20 homes. Now, not all of them were primary residences. There were also 11 other structures that were damaged or lost. Crews are still, of course, battling the weather to bring that fire under control. We'll have details at 6. We have more information tonight on the charges of impersonating a police officer that a New Brunswick man is facing. Police seized a number of weapons, uniforms, sirens, and police lights from a home in Pointe-aux-Chenes. People in the community say the information is disturbing. We'll get an update from our Derek Haggett. It's a crime of opportunity, targeting booze, and it could be happening at a liquor store near you. Reports of people simply walking into liquor stores, grabbing expensive bottles of liquor, and walking out untouched. It's happening more often. We'll hear about a recent rash of thefts and an arrest. What police are saying about this in your newscast at 6. Kayla Mitchell is in the Weather Center with a look at the current conditions.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit more about the weather conditions and the wildfire situation. I mean, the weather overall, it just isn't providing enough moisture in the vicinity of that large wildfire in the southwest of Nova Scotia. Today's temperatures weren't anything out of the usual for the end of August. Pretty seasonable. A lot of high temperatures today were around the low to mid 20s, but the air remains quite dry. Dew point temperatures down in the single digits. It's reflected by relative humidity values that in most cases, except for some coastal spots, are in the range of around 30 to 45%. So that's some pretty dry air in place. A few of the coastal areas, you can see because of their proximity to the ocean waters, the relative humidity comes up a little bit, up to around the 60% mark. Additionally, the winds were breezy for today, and they were mostly out of the west and the southwest. They're still being sustained at this hour between around 15 and 25 kilometers per hour. We're getting a few gusts reported between 30 and 40. The wind speeds will be diminishing as we move through the night. Taking a look at things on radar and satellite. A little bit of fair weather cloud cover developed as we went through the afternoon and now into the first part of this evening. A lot of those clouds will actually be dissipating through the first part of tonight. During the overnight hours, a little bit of high cloud cover expected to move into areas of Nova Scotia. There is a large band of some showers and some thunderstorms right now stalled out over the St. Lawrence River Valley in through Quebec and down into parts of southern Ontario. Eventually, part of that weather system is going to be arriving late Friday into Saturday. I'll talk more about that with the full forecast a little bit later on. Katie.
Thank you so much, Kaylin. Still ahead, the first taste of fall. And also this.
I'm Brianne Foley in Dartmouth at Healing Animal Scars, where it's kitten season. So we're going to tell you what to do if you find one of these cute friends out on the streets, coming up tonight on CTV News at 5.
It's a celebration of film.
Hello?
The Oxford Theatre's open to the public.
You get to walk the red carpet, be filmed with your friends, and just take part. I mean, that's an incredible amount of fun.
Welcome back. Forget the calendar. For some, fall begins the moment pumpkin spice lattes hit the menu. CTV's Vanessa Wright shows us why this drink continues to stir up excitement.
For some people, the start of fall can only be measured by the return of one iconic drink, the pumpkin spice latte.
I've never had this before, so it's a first time for me, but it's pretty good. Yeah.
I get it every year. I look forward to it every year. Definitely my favorite drink at Starbucks.
Famously known for its rich and creamy taste, the pumpkin spice latte has swooned coffee fanatics for years. The drink has officially returned to some menus around the city, sending people flocking to their nearest cafe.
I feel happy and excited. It signifies the start of fall for me, definitely.
My birthday's the first day of fall, and I always love pumpkin spice. In high school, I went to Starbucks a lot, and that was kind of like the drink I would get.
It's like creamy and like it has like cinnamon, like it's really sweet. It just tastes like fall. Yeah, that's what it tastes like.
And while some stick to the classic version, local cafes have been putting their own spin on the seasonal staple.
Our fall menu is very exciting. It has the beloved pumpkin spice latte. It has our sweet local, which is an espresso-based latte, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of spice, topped with cinnamon.
Steven says specialty fall drinks always seem to draw people in.
I think people just love fall vibes. People love the little the Christmas they feel in the air, a little bit of cooler weather. They can wear their sweaters, they get all cozy, listen to music, have their coffee, and just get all into the moment.
Some say it's too soon for pumpkin spice, while others have been counting down the days.
I don't drink coffee, I only get the chai, the pumpkin chai. But I'm excited. It means fall's coming, and I love fall, so.
I think this is a good time. The weather's starting to get cooler, so it's definitely starting to feel like fall.
And what better way to welcome the coziest season than a steaming cup of fall flavor? Vanessa Wright, CTV News, Halifax.
That does bring us to tonight's web poll. We're asking, is it too early for the release of fall-flavored drinks? Your options are yes or no. You can go to ctvnewsatlantic.ca to weigh in or to see the latest poll results. What's your answer to that poll, Kaylin Mitchell?
I love fall vibes, so bring it on. Pumpkin spice, fantastic. I'm also going to throw out apple spice out there as well if you want to change it up a little bit.
Yes, I like that. I like, too, that most of those girls are doing iced pumpkin spice lattes. Yeah. They'll switch over to the hot ones probably in the next, month or two.
We hope.
Yeah. All right, so Christmas daddies. Still several months away, but you don't have to wait for the new Christmas Daddies calendar. The 2026 edition is hot off the press at Advocate Printing. These beautiful calendars feature artwork submitted by children from across the Maritimes. The calendars are now available at all Giant Tiger locations throughout the Maritimes. They cost $14, and every purchase helps support families in need this holiday season. Kaylin is, of course, modeling one for us right now. They have beautiful big blocks, so lots of room to write all of your, upcoming things on there. And
they're awesome.
The artwork is always so good. So anyway, go get one if you're in Giant Tiger, and they do sell out. It's a limited edition, so if you want one, it's always good to get one early.
Plus, they work really well for hiding my face when the weather isn't very nice.
What?
But today was pretty nice.
Okay.
Around the region. Yep, a lot of sunshine around the Maritimes for today.
Wow.
We're looking out here. Little Bredor in Cape Breton. This was earlier today, all that blue sky there in the background. Still some smoke present, though. Of course, from the wildfires, with some air quality alerts in effect. I'll have those and more on the weather forecast coming up after the break.
I want to. A fishing trip off the coast of St. Anthony, Newfoundland turned into an unforgettable moment. Julia Hancock was out cod jigging with her family last weekend when her boyfriend spotted a huge fin flash by the boat. At first, they thought it was a shark, but as it swam past, they realized it was an Atlantic bluefin tuna right alongside their lines. Julia grabbed her phone and captured the whole thing on video. Since then, the clip has racked up more than 7.5 million views on TikTok, over 2 million on Facebook, and is now spreading on Instagram. Julia says St. Anthony, a town of just 2,400 people, is a hidden gem for marine life, with whales, tuna, and even sharks often right off the shoreline. We want to thank her so much for sharing this video, and she was very excited to be on CTV News at 5. Kaylin, she asked us to say hi to her family as well.
Very good.
How cool is that video? And doing big hits on social media.
It's pretty awesome, and they're so fast, those Atlantic bluefin tuna. You can just see it in the water, and it's there and gone in a flash. Let's take a look at our sunrise and sunset times. For that, we're going to go to Purcell's Cove. There's another beautiful ocean scene. Got a sailboat out there, probably enjoying the breezy conditions. We take a look at sunrise times, which is between 6:29 and 6:44 a.m. for the provincial capitals, and sunset 7:55 to 8:09 p.m. Over on our weather alerts map, I mentioned that there were still some alerts in effect for air quality. And they're out for the same areas they have been throughout much of this week. There's still an air quality warning for Annapolis County, of course, being in closer proximity to the Long Lake wildfire, and air quality statements that extend up to Kings County, as well as Hants County, Lunenburg, and Halifax counties. Now, the same thing tonight is likely to happen that has happened over the last couple of nights. As the winds get a little bit lighter and temperatures cool off, some of that wildfire smoke settles down closer towards the surface. So as we move through the night and into the start of the day for tomorrow, you're likely to smell a little bit more of that smoke in the air. On our weather systems map, it's nothing big on our doorstep yet, but coming up towards the end of this week and for the start of the weekend, we end up between two low pressure systems. We have this very slow moving, almost stalled out low that's approaching from the west, and a developing and faster moving low pressure system that's going to be making its way up the eastern seaboard. Those two weather systems together are expected to bring some showers into the Maritime region late Friday and extending into Saturday. So taking a look at things on radar, there's actually a really low chance of a couple of showers just brushing past the northwestern corner of New Brunswick as we move through this evening and tonight. Other parts of the Maritimes can expect to see just a few clouds around and maybe some fog patches develop like the last couple of nights. Now, there will be some increase in cloudiness throughout the day on Friday. At first, it's some very thin high cloud cover, but later in the day, we could start to see that cloud cover get lower, especially in western areas of New Brunswick, along the border of New Brunswick and Maine. And that'll be followed up by a chance of showers, I would say beginning by around the mid to late afternoon and extending into Friday evening and Friday night. Friday evening and Friday night, that chance of showers in western New Brunswick will be joined by a chance of showers in the southwest of Nova Scotia. Again, remember, it's two low pressure systems, one kind of moving up and past the Atlantic coastline, and the other one a little bit further off towards the west. So as we head into Saturday, We see showers become more widespread around the Maritimes, even the possibility of periods of rain for areas of New Brunswick. The showers and the rain on Saturday accompanied by a risk of some thunderstorms. We're hoping to pick up some good rainfall totals because, of course, we've seen a couple wet weather systems lately, but we need many more of them. Winds in the forecast for tomorrow are expected to be mostly out of the south. They'll be sustained 10 to 20 kilometers per hour. They'll have some gusts between 20 and 40. Low temperatures in the forecast for tonight around the Maritimes, mostly cooling to the high single digits and low teens, so very similar temperatures compared to the last couple of nights. High temperatures in our forecast for tomorrow in the province of New Brunswick, mostly between 20 and 25 degrees, including 25 at Miramichi, around 23 for Fredericton and St. John, 24 for Moncton. Prince Edward Island tomorrow, most of the high temperatures between 21 and 24 degrees. And across Nova Scotia, most of the highs will be in the low to mid 20s. So again, similar to today, with a little bit of increase in cloudiness expected. All right, let's take a look at our Weather Watcher for tonight. And tonight's Weather Watcher is 4-year-old Brielle Wall from Shearwater, Nova Scotia. Brielle has sent us a drawing of the family out on a sunny day, and there must have been a passing shower or two, though, because there is a rainbow in the background as well. Thank you, Brielle. And weather watchers can come in to CTV Weather Watchers, P.O. Box 1653, Halifax, Nova Scotia, B3J2Z4, or email kaylin.mitchell@bellmedia.ca. Katie.
Thank you, Kaylin. If you've ever seen a stray cat or kitten and wondered how to help, Healing Animal Scars has you covered. As CTV's Brianne Foley shows us, it's kitten season, and the need is now.
It was out of necessity and desire to help more cats. I knew there was always numerous stray and feral cat colonies in our city, not just my local community.
Sonia Higgins and her vet launched SOS Rescue, but by the second day, she had already saved 24 cats and kittens, animals that would have to be put down due to illness and overcrowding at the clinic.
So I said that was the day Healing Animal Scars was born. I took them all home because I always believe in giving chances to animals that might not otherwise have a fortunate life.
Many people don't know what to do when they find stray kittens. The first step is to bring them inside.
Unfortunately, at this time of year being kitten season, I'm seeing that many rescues are closed to intake. In other words, their foster systems are full. They're waiting to fundraise to cover veterinary bills. So I encourage people to reach out to the 2 primary shelters in HRM to inquire if you could become part of their foster network.
Before any cat or kitten leaves the rescue, Higgins ensures they're vaccinated, spayed, or neutered. She says fostering not only saves lives, but also eases the strain on shelters.
So for me, it enables me to help more animals off the streets.
Ended up being able to meet them in the foster home, which was a completely different experience. Cats are very, timid and shy and scared being in shelters. Like I've had other cats where their temperament was totally different. Being in a foster family where they're on a couch and they're with a family, he was so gentle. Right away, he took to my kids.
Sometimes foster families end up keeping cats themselves, known as foster fails, but adoption is the end goal.
Some people have both foster failed and continued fostering. I have another family who had been a first-time foster of a litter of 3 kittens, and when I announced that they were fully vetted and ready to start interviewing applicants, they said, would it be terrible if we wanted to keep all 3? And I said, that would be fantastic. Then they never have to adapt to a new home.
So whether you think you might be a foster fail, stepping up to help out is the best way to alleviate the crisis. Brianne Foley, CTV News, Dartmouth.
Thank you, Brianne. And from cats to dogs, coming up next, puppy love.
Hi there, Joshua Council, co-founder of Good Robot Brewing, here with Bugs to tell you about our upcoming Halifax dog wedding. Can't wait to tell you more.
Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekdays at 7, you can win $1,000 with the $1,000 minute.
10 questions in 60 seconds to win, and you can get the answer to question number 10 on our podcast.
A possum occasion will take place at a local brewery this fall. As CTV's Mike Lamb shows us, 2 furry soulmates will say their doggy I-do's.
Saturday, September 20th, Good Robot is hosting Halifax's first ever dog wedding. And what you can do is you can submit your canine duo onto our website, and the public will vote on the cutest couple to get married at My Big Fat Dog Wedding. It's a fun event for beer drinkers, really. It's $10. $5 goes to our charitable partner, Fly With Me, which is a dog rescue from Dartmouth. $5 gets you a drink with Good Robot. We're going to have a wedding ceremony with dogs and people, a dog ring bearer. We're going to have dog bow wow vows, comedian Dan Hendricken hosting, and then after there's going to be an after potty, of course, P-A-W-T-Y. Fly With Me, they've been a great partner to work with, and fundamentally, any nonprofit that is willing to host a dog wedding with us is good in our books.
So Fly With Me, we do local surrenders from anywhere in like Nova Scotia area. If there's folks who aren't able to care for their dogs anymore, the rescue will take them in and get them into a foster home until they can find a new forever home. And the money will help with the cost of getting all of their vetting done and their health certificates done. The proceeds will go to help save more dogs from kill shelters in the States or from local surrenders. So these dogs were surrendered to Fly With Me at 4 days old, and they've been with us ever since. They've been bottle fed and now they're fully weaned onto their kibble. They got all their shots and their health certificates yesterday, so they're ready to go to forever homes anytime.
Just search Good Robot Dog Wedding and you'll find it. And you can submit your canine couple. You've got until September 5th to submit your couple and vote on the cutest canine couple in Halifax. And we're going to choose that winning couple, and they're going to be the happily betrothed dogs. I'm going to say this is the first ever dog wedding in Halifax and maybe Nova Scotia, because who's going to check? Oh, we've done plenty of stupid stuff in the past for sure, but I think this one takes the cake.
Let's get our top investigative journalists on this and check that out, see if it is.
I don't know, but I know that when I get home, I'm going to ask Ruby if she wants to get married.
How would you like to be the judge in that? Like, how do you decide which is the cutest?
I don't know. It's impossible.
I honestly, I don't think I could. I think I just have to put the pictures in a hat or something like
I know.
that.
Close your eyes and just click one.
Just draw one around.
Those puppies in the story were adorable.
They sure were. Yeah, dogs and beer. Sounds like a good time.
Sure does.
Coming up at 6, we're going to talk more about the extended forecast. It does feature some showers for the start of that upcoming long weekend. Of course, though, we need more wet weather in the region.
And I'll have all your local entertainment news at 6, but for now, here's CTV National News.